Hey guys, Eddie the Tattooed Realtor here, joining you for another installment of topics about credit. We know credit is one of those things, it's like a necessary evil. You know, you need it to buy those big things and to, build, honestly, to build anything really. You want to open a business, you're probably going to need some sort of line of credit unless you're flush with cash. And even so, you're going to want to use OPM, other people's money, to not, put all your cash on the table. So this video is about fixing bad credit and everything that involves with that. I have Robert from Better Way to Credit with me today, whenever you're watching this video, and we'll go into depth about fixing bad credit. One thing to keep in mind is all the contact details are below in the description, and be sure to like and subscribe for future videos. That would be awesome. So let's just get straight into it. So fixing bad credit. Robert, when you hear the word or you get into a conversation with people, I want to fix my bad credit, or I want to fix bad credit, how does the discussion go? What's it look like when someone talks to you or asks you that question?
So typically what I do is I'm always trying to get a feel of what's the reason why you want to fix your credit, because nobody really doesn't wake up one morning and says, man, I got bad credit, I'm going to fix that today. So typically most of my clients, for example, their motivation behind it is typically to purchase a home, to purchase a new vehicle. Maybe their car broke down and they realize, I don't want to go to a buy here, pay here type of place and get taken advantage of. So I need to fix my credit. For other people, they need or want to, go after their dream job. Maybe it's being a realtor. Maybe it's, applying for a bank. There's certain jobs that nowadays they will pull your credit, and it's very important that you have at least decent credit to get approved for that job, or decent credit to purchase that home, or whatever, your goal is that you're trying to go after. So typically that's the first thing, because again, I want to understand where they're coming from. And that way Better Way to Credit, our company, we can truly, it's not just about fixing your credit, but we want a game plan to help you achieve that goal. Not just fix your credit, but we want to help you accomplish that goal. So if your goal is to get that job, what is that job that you're going after? What is it they're saying that's affecting you on your credit report? That way we can actually go after that first, get that out the way, and then we can remove all the other junk that's on the credit report afterwards. But let's make sure you get that job first. So everything we do is custom, and everything we do, we're always game planning. For example, somebody comes to me, they want to buy a house. We partner up or speak to that lender. We see what's affecting their credit, again, so that way we can go after that first. So that way, not only are we fixing their credit, but at the same time, we're trying to get that person into the house as soon as possible. So that's the main reason why we want to find out and what's motivating you to fix your credit.
So, they start, so it starts with a motivation, where people are, what they're trying to achieve, what goal they're trying to achieve. And I think that's a great place when it comes to fixing bad credit, is like, okay, where do we start? Because a lot of times it can be overwhelming. I talk to people every single day and, about buying or selling homes, and what happens a lot in the conversation is like, well, Eddie, we really don't have good credit. Of course, we want them to work with a mortgage lender, like you had said, and we want to make sure that they're, appropriately pre-approved with document underwriting before they even start looking at homes. So they only look at homes that they can actually, get into. We don't want to get them overexcited, too early and then get disappointed. So 100% understanding what their motivation is. But Robert, if I wanted to start, Eddie here, I wanted to start like, taking that first step, right? And yeah, I could use, and I probably would use a professional like yourself over trying to do it myself. But what would you recommend as the first step to fixing bad credit? Would it be something along the lines of wanting to pull your credit report up, like we mentioned in the previous video about credit repair, off of like Identity IQ? Would it be contacting that medical bill directly? What would be that first step for them if they wanted to fix their bad credit?
So the first step is absolutely pulling your credit. And let me just clarify, when we say pooling your credit, as far as a credit monitoring is concerned, okay, a credit monitoring does not pool your credit the same that a lender would pull your credit, or the same that if you're trying to buy a car. Because remember, they're pulling your credit to try to get you approved for something, okay? That's different. So that's a hard inquiry. Now, when you sign up for a credit monitoring, like with Credit Check Total, Identity IQ, ScoreSense.com, Experian.com, any of these credit monitoring services, okay? Ultimately, really what that is, it's giving you and it's giving us a screenshot of exactly what is reporting to the credit bureaus. And that's going to be updated because you're going to subscribe to it. And you're going to be getting an update every 30 days of what is actually reporting to the bureaus. Because every month, for example, every month that we're going to be working on your credit, you're going to start to see things fall off. So you're going to be able to log in to your credit monitoring and see your scores going up and the negative items being removed. So credit monitoring is definitely the first step, because hey, if you don't know what's reporting on your credit bureaus, how do you know what to address? You know, it's like kind of going to the mechanic shop, your car's broken down, you say, hey, Mr. Mechanic, can you fix my car? Well, he has to look under the hood first. That's ultimately what the credit monitoring is. It allows us to look under the hood and see what the problems are.
Yeah, I think a lot of times about like meal prepping, people want to start eating better. And the first thing a dietitian or a nutritionist will say is, we got to create a food diary. We need to see how much you're taking in, what kind of stuff you're taking in. And then we can see, oh, you're eating McDonald's 4 meals a day. Obviously, you're going to have, probably some health issues down the road. So credit's the same way. Yeah. So starting with credit monitoring, and like Robert said, you can do a lot of this stuff on your own. We encourage you to at least become educated, because from what Robert has explained to me, and I've seen with past clients, is that when they go out and try to do things on their own, some do make progress, but some of them end up hurting themselves a little bit more because they don't send the, what was it called? Like the resolution or the dispute letter correctly. They don't send the appropriate correspondence. It's flagged as fraudulent. So, you obviously want to, choose to fix your bad credit in the appropriate manner. First, identifying the motivation, and then secondly, using the credit monitoring so you can begin to monitor your credit and become aware of what's happening with it. And obviously, if your bad credit is due to, let's say, some personal things of, bad spending habits, you need to self-correct those as well. But I think that Better Way Credit also encourages, education in terms of proper spending habits. And, like you said, Robert, becoming aware of, making this part of your lifestyle. Is that correct?
Absolutely. 100%. Yes.
So we want to make sure that, you become conscious of your spending habits, using the credit cards wisely, using credit towards your advantage. And like Robert had said, with the secure credit card, making sure that it's not pulling your credit. Because you already have bad credit. It's not going to come up. It's not going to make things better by them pulling your credit again to be declined. So as we wrap up this video about fixing bad credit, Robert, what's the one gold nugget that you want to leave these people with for fixing bad credit? Something that maybe it's an insider tip or trick, or something that not trick, but tip, insight that you have through your years of experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you out there that are interested in fixing your credit on your own, trying to repair your credit on your own, you're taking on that task. First of all, congratulations. That's a big task to take on. And I wish you the best of luck. This tip right here is very important for you to understand, and it's stay away from online disputing, okay? Because when you sign up for these credit monitoring services, like again, Credit Karma, Credit Check Total, or any of these credit monitorings, they'll give you the ability to actually dispute every single account online, all right? And that seems like a dream come true. Like, wow, I could just click a button and dispute everything. Let's do it. Sign me up. But the problem is that when you do that, okay, you got to keep in mind, you are giving up your legal right, and which means when you click on every single account, so let's say you have 15 collections, You check off all 15 and you click dispute. The bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, they at that point, number one, do not have to send you any type of confirmation, okay? Meaning they don't have to send you confirmation that they're actually investigating your dispute. So how do you know that you're actually that what you're disputing is actually being investigated and worked on? Also, the bureaus, they do not have to forward your dispute information to the original creditor or to the collection companies. Now, what happens typically is it's a 50-50, okay? And me personally, I don't like those odds where it'll come off your credit report, but 9 out of 10 times what happens is that it comes off your credit report because it's going through what we call as an investigation mode. At that point, once the investigation is over, it'll pop right back onto your credit report, which is gonna drop your score even lower, because now when it re-reports, it's re-reporting with a more recent date. So now it looks like a new collection. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of other credit repair companies do. That's why it's very important for you to understand that if you do hire a credit repair company, that they stay away from online disputing, because it is a temporary fix. It'll end up hurting your credit. Whether you hire a company to do it or you're doing that yourself, stay away from online disputing. Very important, guys.
Awesome, Robert. So that was our one golden nugget. I know this video has been chock full of other different ideas and concepts for fixing your bad credit. So once again, this is Eddie, the Tattooed Realtor, here with Robert from Better Way to Credit. All our information is below in the description. Be sure to reach out to us via that way. Be sure to like and subscribe for future videos, and we'll catch you guys later.